Good evening. We are live after the Chelsea match. Suddenly brought back lots of special memories. That fantastic night at what was then known as the Greenhouse Meadow in 6 years ago now. Shrewsbury 1, Chelsea 2. It was some night full of special memories, including a goal by the man who kindly has agreed to join us tonight live from his home in Liverpool. Good evening to Andy Mangan.
Good evening. You okay?
Very well indeed, thank you, Andy. Well, that brings back a few memories, doesn't it? Watching some of those, some of those clips from that wonderful night when the Premier League leaders came to town and you gave them a real run for their money.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. Great memories. Yeah, I don't have a big enough ego to admit that every time someone speaks to me, they do mention the Chelsea goal. So it's wonderful memories. What Mickey Dimitri just texted me there on Instagram. Obviously, he knows the game's on. He's watching it as well at home. He's probably watching this. So hello, Mickey. But no, it's fantastic. It's a wonderful memory, not just for me, but also the players who played in the game as well and the fans.
And Chelsea went 1-up early in the second half. Didier Drogba, such a wonderful player for Chelsea for so many years, but then came. But what are you thinking then? Because it's slightly unfortunate for Shrewsbury to actually be behind because you played so well, and then Drogba makes it 1-0.
Yeah, it was frustrating. We listen. I think a lot of the fans remember the game. We started off fantastic, and I think that sort of put Chelsea on the back foot. Really, I don't think they expected us to be as good as what we was, which was great for us because it was sort of a bit of a surprise. And we continued with that vein of form. I think Woodsy was fantastic. I think from that game, he certainly got the self-belief that he could go and play higher. Connor Goldson the same. Had a wonderful game against Didier Drogba and a lot of the team. Mohamed Salah played that day. So there was a lot of stars out for them, but a lot of our players, Jack Grimm has gone on to have a great career. Came up with that with a lot of credit from that game.
The big moment. You'd only been on the field a couple of minutes. You come on for James Collins, win a corner in front of the home end, and you wrote yourself into Shrewsbury Town history with what happened. Tell us about the goal. Talk us through your big moment.
Well, I was frustrated, obviously not playing at the time. I think I'd injured my knee a couple of weeks before. So obviously you're gutted not starting against Chelsea. All your family are going. You're trying to set up tickets for everyone. And then obviously the game comes and you're not playing. So you need to get over that disappointment quite quickly and think, okay, then how can I affect this? How can I influence the game if I come on? And you sat there and you're watching. And I remember thinking, we're quite dangerous on corners here. And obviously 90 seconds after the come on, we get to corner. And obviously, you're just praying it lands to you. Listen, you don't plan it exactly how it happened, but you're just desperate for the ball to fall to you in the box, and you've just got to stay alive and make sure that when that moment comes, that you execute. And obviously, the ball coming from Liam Lawrence, fantastic ball in. I think it was John Obi Mikel who's gone to clear it, and it's fell to me. And I think I was on David Luiz, or who was I? Was I on?
Gary Kane playing at the.
Yeah, it was on the left back. I think he's at.
Philippe Luiz, the Brazilian.
Philippe Luiz, yeah. So he was marking me, and I've sort of just managed to spin faster than him. And I tell everyone who asks about the goal, I actually shanked it in. I wanted to go the other side, but obviously it's gone in, and I was delighted, elated, and running away into to see the stand obviously erupt was fantastic. And obviously the boys were behind me, and I've seen the photos now. I've got a couple of them, up in my house. It's a proud moment for myself.
Let's actually remind us of the goal, as if we have to be reminded. Let's have a look at it. Here we are. Is it by magic? Well, we can. It was worth the wait. Talk us about the celebration. I love the celebration when he raced away towards the West Stand.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I was obviously delighted and running away to the fans. My family were in the opposite stand. Obviously, you made up. You've come on. You've done your job. You're 1-0 down. You make it 1-1. For a fact all the lads will be buzzing. Obviously, they're all going to come and celebrate with you. Now, I was going to do a knee slide, but like I said, I'd found out I actually needed an operation not too long before the game. And as I've gone to knee slide, I've sort of bought admission. and sort of turned onto my side. And everyone always hammers me about the celebration, says it was terrible. But listen, it was just one of excitement. And I think they're always the best celebrations when you're just that excited. I couldn't believe it had happened. Scoring against Chelsea, it was obviously a massive team at the time. I believe they won the Premier League that season. Obviously, Jose Mourinho and the stars that they had on the pitch. So it's just one of them memories that you know we're going to live with you.
And you look at how Jose Mourinho responded. He sent on Matic, he sent on Willian, Hazard came on towards the end as well. At 1-1, did you really fancy your chances that you could complete the turnaround and pull off a sensational victory?
Well, I think you'd always know it's going to be difficult because a team like Chelsea, when they go 1-0 up against you, they might just, lower the gears a little bit and sort of keep the ball. They play at a different level to what we were playing at. But, they would have known we'd been dangerous at 1-1. Did I believe we could go on to win it? Well, I think because of what had happened previous, the fact that we'd beat Leicester, we'd beaten Blackpool and Norwich, I think you always have that little bit of confidence that it might go on and be all night against Chelsea. But, we were in no doubt of the quality that they possess. And obviously we knew Hazard was on the bench. And obviously, you say Willian and who else come on?
Hazard and Matic and Willian were the three.
Yeah, so you knew they had firepower from the bench. But listen, we were still unlucky. Jermaine was fantastic that night against Didier Drogba. And, to go down, unfortunately, to an own goal is one that you're devastated about. If we could have held on for a little bit longer than the 5 minutes, maybe we could have gone on to win it, potentially took it to extra. Would it have been extra time that night, or would it have been a replay? Extra time. Yeah, if you take it to extra time, you don't know. But obviously they go down the other end and they score. And it was a great memory, really, because I think that was the first time that the Greenhouse Meadow, especially at the stands, put up.
More than 10,000 there that night.
Yeah, so, and I think they've had 10,000 a few times recently. They've had some really successful times. So, but at the time, that was important to us, and what it done for us as well, especially for that team. It gave us the self-confidence and the belief that we could go on to get promoted that season. So, it was a real boost for us.
Indeed. What actually was the mood at the end? Because you played so well, you'd given Chelsea a real scare, you'd scored the goal, but when you got back into the dressing room, what was the mood? What was the atmosphere like?
Well, I think the manager, obviously Mickey at the time, he tried to drum it into us, be proud of yourselves here, lads. Be disappointed that you've been beat because of the way we've played. We played absolutely fantastic. We played the right way, the way Mickey does, really good football. But don't be too down on yourselves. Learn the lessons, what you need to learn from that game. Take a few things from their players. Look how they operate at that level, and how can we produce that in the level that we play at? Can that improve? You're getting beat by them is fine. No one expected us to win. But to take them to 1-1 and then to only get beat 2-1, we were unlucky. Yeah, it would have been fantastic getting into the next round, but we took an awful lot of confidence from that game.
Did you pick up a Chelsea player's shirt, by the way, as a souvenir, a keepsake?
No, funnily enough, even at that point, I think I was 27, 28. I never asked. I didn't get shirts. I'd never asked for them. It was only as my two boys started to get a little bit older. And we played against Manchester United, played against Liverpool later on when I was at Tranmere. It was only then that they started to ask for shirts. But before that, I always thought, I'm not asking for your shirt. I'm playing against you. I don't particularly like you when I'm playing against you. Do you know what? I slightly regret that a little bit, because I played against decent teams all the way through my career in cup competitions, and I probably should have got more shirts. But hey ho, I'm hoping. I'm a football coach now, so hopefully I'll play against, I'll coach against some of these teams.
And you mentioned the cup run. You had Blackpool, Norwich, and Leicester, of course. What a wonderful night at Leicester. You scored the goal, the free kick, and you had to come off injured. I think a minute after you scored. Were you injured scoring the goal at Leicester that knocked them out? Mahrez and people like that in the Leicester team that night, and you went there and beat them.
Again, just a testament to the staff and the work that we done that season. It was a really good season, successful season. That was another step, especially an early one that we needed, because we were a brand new team. I think there was 14 new players that season. Obviously, they'd just been relegated, and to play Leicester at obviously Leicester's ground, they were just in the Premier League, so they were really confident at the time. Mahrez played, and obviously to win 1-0 there, that's just another stepping stone for that belief and that confidence to really instill in the squad. And I think Mickey managed the squad that season fantastically. You know, a couple of lads played that game against Leicester. You know, Jordan Clark, who wasn't a regular starter, but was absolutely fantastic in that season, especially in them 2 years that he played there. You know, Scotty Vernon, James Collins was fantastic. So to get that confidence, belief built up at Leicester, you know, was a massive sort of, well, I've said it again, stepping stone to where we got to.
And you went on and gained promotion, of course, that season, runners up to Burton Albion. You must have fantastic memories, full stop, of that season. And he scored some special goals as well. I remember you belting one in at Dagenham in particular. So many wonderful memories, I'm sure, for you.
No, fantastic memories. I absolutely loved my time there. You know, I'm still friends with the chairman, with Jane. A couple of my friends still play at the club. Obviously, Sean Worley. I played with Sean a few clubs, and Ollie Norburn, obviously your captain. He's a fantastic player, really good player. You know, I was gutted to see him get injured. You know, I'm sure he'll be back soon. And obviously, you always look for Shrewsbury's results. You know, taking Liverpool to Anfield this year, it was absolutely brilliant. I took my little lad to the game. So you know, stuff like that. It is special because it's nice being recognised. You know, obviously I got in Team of the Decade as well at Shrewsbury, so to be recognised for your performance and for the work that you do behind the scenes as well as on the pitch, you know, it's a real proud thing, especially as you retire. When you're playing, you don't really pay too much attention to things like that. You're just sort of looking after the next game and making sure that you're fit. But so when you retire, you know, them type of things mean a lot to a player.
Yeah, you had a special relationship with the fans. They really took to you, didn't they? From well, as soon as you came to the club, like you scored some goals early in that season, and it just paved the way for a really nice relationship you had with them.
Yeah, you know, absolutely loved my time there. The fans were fantastic with me. They still are. I went back, obviously this season with Fleetwood. We won, but
thanks for reminding us.
Yeah, no, but the fans' reaction was absolutely brilliant. And listen, I always stop and give me time as well. I really did love my time there. You know, my family even enjoyed it there as well. They all used to make the journey. I think it was on the A5. So, no, loved it. And the second year, obviously, we have fantastic memories as well. Like you said, Manchester United, Sheffield Wednesday.
I was from Jay, wasn't it? The Sheffield Wednesday Cup tie, the comeback.
Yeah, the comeback was incredible. You know, what a moment that was. Cardiff away, 1-0. That was my debut on my way back from Tranmere. Scored to make it 1-0. We beat them away at Cardiff Stadium. So, no, really, really good memories and ones I really do cherish.
Yeah, where does it rank in your playing career? Your two spells at Shrewsbury Town. Yeah,
do you know what? I really, really did enjoy them. It's right up there. If I'm being honest, I loved it, and I love the staff that I was with. You know, I was with Mickey for a long time. And even Ashley for a short time I was there. You know, I've really got on with him as well. And, you know, the boys that you sort of go to war with them, really. You know, in every single game, in training, you're doing everything. You're talking about the game, then you're all on a WhatsApp group and you become close. You know, I still speak to a lot of the lads now, and you know, Liam Lawrence, what a player, what a lad. James Collins, fantastic player. You know, obviously Woodsy, Connor, Jack Grimmer, see him, speak to him all the time. We all follow each other on Instagram, and they're all getting little families now. I was a young dad, so they didn't have kids at this point. And obviously, as you're growing up, I'm 33 now, and you see them with the families and the wives, and it's great watching and staying in touch. I only wish my career would have lasted a little bit longer, but obviously, I'm onto coaching now, Fleetwood, and I'm absolutely loving that.
Do you miss playing?
Yeah, you miss it every now and again. Say it's a lovely stadium. Like we went up to Sunderland a couple of weeks ago, and we played absolutely fantastic, and and you'd love to be out there, but I wouldn't have been able to handle the pace that we play at now. We play at some intensity, and you know, the lads are really good.
And of course, you've had the two games with Shrewsbury this season. The game you've referred to at the Meadow, which went your team's way, and the rematch at the Highbury Stadium not that long ago, actually, just before Shrewsbury played Liverpool, wasn't it? And a 2-2 draw as well that day. That was a really good game. Really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, two really good games actually. The first game, it was a sort of a stalemate at half time, and then we made a slight adjustment at half time. The gaffer made an adjustment at half time, and we comes out second half, and I think it was 3-0, or was it? It was 1-0 at half time, and then we scored 2 second half. Obviously, Paddy Madden scored an absolute fantastic goal. Josh Morris, and I believe it was Jimmy Dunn first half. So 3-0. Flattered us because the first 10 minutes, we felt like Shrewsbury sort of had the better of us, but we just went into a different gear second half and played really well. That's one of our best away performances of the season, especially second half. And the home game, which was 2-2, obviously, I believe you went 1-0 up.
Yes, yeah.
Then you went 2-1 up.
Sure.
And Ollie Norburn celebrated in my face, which was nice. And then we got it back to 2-2, thank God. So no, listen, Shrewsbury having a decent enough season. The league's very, very tight. And hopefully when it starts again, Shrewsbury can win games and see where they finish.
Now, I think we've got some questions for you, Andy, on YouTube. If they're going to get to. This is the first time we've done this. I'm sat in my at the kitchen table in Shrewsbury. Andy's at home in Liverpool. A question here, Matt Burgess. What was your favourite ever goal that Chelsea won? Your favourite goal in your career?
Favourite goal in my career? My first ever Football League goal. Yeah, it was against Wycombe Wanderers. Paul Lambert was the manager. I was at Accrington Stanley at the time. And the balls fell. And I've took a touch and I've hit it with the outside of my foot and it's gone in the corner. And we won 2-1. So it was an important goal. It was a 94th minute winner. And it was your first Football League goal. So, it's all right scoring goals, non-league or growing up. But your first Football League goal always means something to you. And no one can ever take that away from you. So, sorry. Katie, can I have a drink, please?
Get that man a drink.
Yeah, I should have had a drink. No, but it is the first Football League goal. Always special. Yeah, always special. And yeah, and I'll never forget that one. I mean, listen, there's been a lot. There's my favourite goal for Shrewsbury. Yeah, it'll have to be the Dagenham goal. Dagenham and Redbridge. We goes down 1-0 in the game. And then Jermaine Granderson got sent off. So we're playing really well. But obviously we find ourselves down to 10 men with 35 minutes left, 1-0 down. The ball comes over the top. Wonderful ball played by Bobby Grant. And I've just hit it first time on the volley. Their keeper had got man of the match. He was saving everything. And I just thought, well, I may as well hit it. We've tried everything else. And I've hit it on the volley and it's nestled in top corner. And we went on to win the game. I got a penalty, and then Liam Lawrence put the penalty away, and we won 2-1. So, no, that was a fantastic goal as well.
Yeah, remember that well. Let's have another question for Andy Mangan, who's kindly joined us tonight. This is from the Shrew 88. Which goal was better? Well, this is strange timing. Which goal was better? The goal at Leicester, the Chelsea one, or the one at Dagenham a few days later after the Chelsea game? Well, you clearly enjoyed all of them, but the Dagenham one for you in terms of the quality. Maybe, but I suppose we all meant so much in different ways.
Yeah, they all mean a lot. The least favourite, surprisingly, is the Chelsea one because we got beat. So my favourite one out of all of them will probably be the Leicester one. 1-0 away at Leicester, free kick. Set us up to obviously go and have that journey in the Carling Cup against Chelsea. So that was brilliant. And the Dagenham one for obviously different reasons. We were fighting for promotion that season. So that was an important goal. But it wasn't the winner. The winner was the Leicester one. So probably the Leicester one.
Yeah, it was a super moment. Great free kick. I can picture it now. Beating the Leicester keeper. Haber also in goal for Leicester that night. And it was a special night. Let's have another question for Andy Mangan. Tom Griff. Here's one for you. Who's a better manager, Mickey Mellon or Joey Barton? One for you.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. No, listen, totally different managers. One's been managing for a long time. I think he's well over 500, 600 games in the game. Done absolutely fantastic. Had promotions, big clubs. One thing I'd say about Joe, potential to be an absolute fantastic manager. Obviously, his record speaks for itself at the moment. He's had a really good season in his first season, and now we're sitting fourth in League One. So you know, potential to be a top manager. Both very, very good in their own different ways. I don't know whether he wants me. Do you want me to pick one? Well, I'm going to pick Joe, aren't I?
So
I don't know whether Mickey will watch this.
A couple more questions for Andy before we let him go. Jack Evans, favourite moment from your town days, which not many people might know about?
Good question.
Which won't get you into any trouble potentially.
Yeah, no, I won't say any of the ones that get me in trouble. Don't worry, my kids are probably on the stairs now. No, do you know the biggest one for me was I was at home and I was asked to do a community visit at the hospice around the corner, and they didn't think I'd go because obviously I was so far away, and it got mixed up, and it was on the day that we were actually off. It was meant to be on one of the days that we were in, and I said, I think it was Wits, and I'd said, no, I'll go. I'll still go. I'll go on my day off. And my God, I was absolutely delighted that I went, actually, because I met a couple of young kids there who weren't too well, and you'd always remember them type of things. And we spent a wonderful day together. I think the gaffer might have come as well, Mickey, and we give them a check for a certain amount of money. But more than anything, we give them our time, and we spoke to them, and we spoke to the parents, and we were there for a couple of hours. I think the visit was only meant to be for half an hour, but we spent a few hours with them and talked about football, talked about all different things, what they were into, even about their illness and how positive they were, and it was sort of a life-changing experience, really. So, one thing people don't know is how much Shrewsbury Town do actually in the community, because it's absolutely fantastic. It's a wonderful club, and that was one of the moments that I'll always remember. That's
a lovely memory. Thank you for that, Andy. One more question, maybe, being submitted via YouTube. Will Yum 5, hope I've got that right. Who was your favourite strike partner at the town? Again, I don't want you to upset any of your old teammates, but is there someone you really enjoyed playing alongside in your two spells with the club?
Yeah, do you know what, right? Obviously, the second time was Kyle Vassell, Sully Kai, obviously Sean Worley on the right, and Scotty Vernon was there at the time, and they were all fantastic. John Louis Akpro. But my favourite was, me and Colo loved playing with each other. James Collins, he's fantastic, professional, does absolutely everything right, whether it be his recovery or his fitness. He's always in the gym, always wanting to learn. It only goes to show he's a full international now, and he's done absolutely fantastic in the Championship with Luton. But Colo was my favourite to play with. We played against Hartlepool once. We won 3-0, and I think it's on the internet, actually, if you have a look. And that was a good game. And yeah, no, we're good friends as well off the pitch. Was that
when you played a 1-2, a little back heel, and James fired it into the top corner?
Yeah, the balls come over from across from Cameron Gale, I think, and it's over me, but I've ran into the box and I'm in the centre of the box, and I know Colo's going to get it, and I sort of just spun ready for him to head it to me so I could 1-2 it. Now, it was, you trying things like that, it doesn't come off all the time, but to execute that in a game, not just in training, in a game, was special. So he's gone to celebrate with all the fans, and he instantly turned around, and we had a good bevy over that one at some point, I think.
Yeah, I remember the goal well. It was a special. Yeah, I remember that very well. You gave lots of special memories during your time at Shrewsbury Town, Andy. We enjoyed watching you playing in the blue and amber, especially the Chelsea goal, of course, which we've enjoyed watching tonight on the club's YouTube channel. Wish you and your family all the very best. And thanks so much for joining us tonight, Andy.
Thank you very much. No, I'll speak to you soon. Definitely, yeah. I'll see you all soon. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks ever so much to Andy Mangan taking the time to join us tonight from his home in Liverpool. There will be another special Shrewsbury Town match from the past on the club's YouTube channel this weekend. It's another special one. Andy played in it, Sheffield Wednesday. The cup tie, the FA Cup fourth round tie. Town, I think you probably know the score. I don't want to spoil it for you in case you don't, but suffice to say, it was a special day and a memorable day for Shrewsbury Town. So thanks to Andy for giving us his time so generously tonight. Thank you to you for joining us as well at this difficult and unprecedented time. Stay safe, everyone, and look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Good night.